Hey guys, what is going on? It's Tony from Lone Wolf, and today I'm going to be answering some of your comments and questions. Yeah? Am I?
Are you ready?
I think so.
Well, before we get into this, if you didn't realize, at the end of all our more recent videos, we've been answering a question from the YouTube comments already, randomly. So if you haven't been watching all the way to the end, you probably missed your question.
So leave your comments, your questions, your concerns, put them on the video below.
All right, let's go. So from the funniest paintball memes video that just dropped, said Turana, and I'm not going to pronounce all these names because I'll butcher every one of them, says, those memes are not really that funny.
Those memes are not really that funny. Wasn't really a question, that was more of a comment.
Oh, I didn't say it was going to all be questions.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I thought some of them are pretty funny. Yeah.
And we didn't make them, so it's not.
No, yeah, they didn't come from us, but I mean, some of them are pretty funny. If you can do anything funnier, make your own meme and post it to the page.
Bryson wants to know what gun should he get that's around $800.
Shocker XLS, $750. Or 170R by Planet Eclipse.
Tanner wants to know, I wonder if anybody has a recommendation for a paintball gun because my father and I play airsoft and we don't have an actual paintball gun, so we're looking for any recommendations for speedball or woodsball.
Price points, if you're an airsoft guy, let's talk about the Tippmann Stormer Elite.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good option. Harold says we should make a Reddit page. I will think about doing that.
We should. Everyone gets roasted on Reddit.
Hector says, so I have a Dye DM5 that needs a fix. There is a new battery, no leaks. I cleaned the eyes and I can't take it to my local field because they're backed up on repairs. What should I do?
It's a DM5?
Yeah, but he needs it to be fixed. What's he do with it? Because his local field can't do it right now.
He can ship it to us and we can try. That's an old gun, so we can try to make something happen for you, but take a look.
Unknown Blixer, Tony answered the question on what to put on your mini GS, hopper and tank wise. So go watch our old videos because we did answer that one.
That's right. Got him.
Fryboy William.
Got him, Mark.
Good job. So proud. We answered your question about tinted lenses as well in a previous video, so go check that out. The dude bleeped himself, laughed my ass off. Of course we did. Ryan says, I like to put 2 paintballs up my chute when I take a deuce and try to squeeze and break them for a colorful surprise. I was waiting for a question.
Wait, he said he likes to put 2 paintballs up his chute?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. That's an interesting one.
Duly noted. Asked about the barrel backs. We answered that one. One Vance, can I buy a Spire 3 from you guys? Virtue still has been out of stock, unfortunately.
No, you cannot, unfortunately. We are out of stock, sold out, and they are no longer making the Spire 3. Only the Spire 4s available at the end of this month.
T4 says, I'm looking for a new mask that breathability because my i5 isn't cutting it with my asthma. I hear ProFlex or the CMD are solid options, but what would you recommend?
You're very right. ProFlex is great. CMD, also a good option. And then the V-Force Profiler, don't look past that one. It's bigger and allows a lot of air to escape, and it has a lot of holes in the front as well.
Earl says we should do a review of the Empire Sniper or a KP3.
Okay.
Those are both pump guns?
Yeah, right? Sniper is made by Empire, and KP is a Zodin, I believe, yeah.
All right, so we'll look into that. Christian45 says, what do you recommend for me for a beginner speed paintballer?
A beginner speed paintball guy?
Yeah.
You're just getting into speedball?
Yep.
Empire Mini GS, Axe 2.0, something along those lines will be a great beginner speedball gun for you. Don't go any cheaper. You got to spend at least $300 on a good beginner speedball gun.
Unknown Blixer wants to know, how much is the whip tip?
Whip tip, just the tip?
Just the tip, I guess,
just
from the Inception
tip.
Design.
I think they're like $60 or so, I want to say.
Check our website to be sure.
Yeah.
Aaron wants to know, can you put a Pro V2 reg on an HK Army Aerolite tank?
Yes, you can. As long as the tank's 4500, obviously, and the reg's 45, threads are the same.
Okay. Shadow wants to know if we could do a video on remote lines.
On remote lines? Sure. I mean,
or a verse on remote lines. Sorry,
Ooh,
I read that wrong.
a
verse,
versus.
so maybe slide versus
So like a
normal.
slide check versus a normal, or an HK versus Ninja, something like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Keep that in mind. David says, my Mini GS has a problem when I put on a 4568 carbon fiber air tank, it will jiggle around.
Your ASA is loose. You're going to have to take off the actual grips, the rubber grips on the gun, and you're going to have to tighten the ASA, because I can already see that reg. I can already picture your problem. You got to tighten your ASA.
Shooting the Chipman Griffin video, Scott says the funny thing is the reg on the tank is probably worth more than the Griffin. The regs are what, like 125? And the Griffin's like 109?
What tank do we have on that one?
It was probably your Ninja tank, to be honest.
Could have been. That's funny.
Wad is aim. Uncle Jeff is the great vid.
Uncle Jeff.
Yep. Adrian says, I'm looking to buy a gun under $300. Any recommendations?
Under 300? I mean, Speedball or Woods Ball, I'd have to know. But yeah, I mean, Tippmann A5 is a great gun. Yeah, I mean, probably the Tippmann A5. If it's electronic, you got to spend at least $300. Can't go under.
Rise Rose from remember when we were making the bowling pin targets?
Yeah.
Says, what targets did you have attached on the previous sawhorses? Those seem to drop a lot easier than these wooden mini bowling pins.
Yeah, they were just like top lids, weren't they?
Yeah, they were
like
the
a
lids,
mason.
2 mason jars,
Yeah.
Which also meant they got dinged up and had to keep replacing them.
Mark tried to go with the bowling pins as something more durable, but they're a lot heavier to knock down.
Yep.
I'm going to drill some holes in them so they're lighter. Maybe.
Valentine, I guess.
Valentine
Wants to know, did we grease or oil the hinges?
We did. We greased, we oiled them, and they're just so heavy. They're heavy. Mark bought some good little mini bowling pins.
Oh, this is a good one.
Solid
Icarus Above. It was the best paintball mask video, right? Where we did the comparison between the EBS, the Push Unite, and the Die i5. Icarus Love says, sadly, with the virus, trying on masks isn't an option at my local store. So how would you recommend him going about that then?
Right now, you can't really, unfortunately. You got to look at reviews that have been done. I mean, it's a hard thing to say. Like you said, going to local stores right now, trying to put on different masks and stuff. It's a tough one. I don't really have an answer for that, Mark.
Maybe if you promise to bring your own Lysol spray.
Bring your antiviral spray, correct, yeah.
Braden wants to know, what's a good barrel kit with 8+ bore tubes for my Axe 2.0?
With 8+?
Yeah.
I don't know many kits that come, but I would say right now the Freak XL.
That's what, 7?
Yeah, 6 or 7. Yeah, there's 5.
I think
there's
it's 4
7.
and 3 or 4 and 2.
Yeah, there's like 7, I want to say.
Yeah.
4. Freak XL kit, either or, yeah.
I mean, end of the day, you really only need about 5 sizes,
Correct,
depending on
yeah.
your paint. The real extreme ones you don't almost ever use.
Freak XL Bore Master Kit, LoneWolfPaintball.com. Shameless plug.
I can't see
Got a couple more?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just
No worries.
Some of these I can't read out loud. You'll see them on the screen, but
Oh Lord, are they that bad?
yeah,
it's fine. Love, hate, it's all indifference, you know.
Sorry. Like I said, you guys can see them on the screen. Feel free to go through and answer any of them. Ninja SL2 Tank versus the original SL. J Time says, more important than the weight is the size they need to just start taking the necks off completely and countersinking them into the tank. Who cares if you lose a little volume when you have a 90 that is the size of an older 77, especially with mech markers. They use almost twice the gas, and remote lines kind of suck. So that's an interesting idea. So
I see what he's saying.
instead of the actual little nipple of the tank sticking out,
kind of just sink it right into the round portion of the bottle.
Yeah. That's
very interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if there's
I
a
think
structural reason you can't.
Structural, or because a lot of guns, depending on how you screw it in, they need a little longer room because your gauge will hit the bottom of a frame or something like that. But I don't know. That's an interesting. It's interesting.
In J Time again, I hate the industry is starting to go to pin valve. It's such a backward step. it's all the unstandard marker ASAs that don't follow the standard. It's BS, reminds you of consoles versus PC games.
He must have
graphics,
meant ball bearing.
Maybe.
Because the pin valve a lot of the guns don't work that well with the ball bearing because it doesn't barely stick out much.
Okay.
And a lot of the newer ASAs won't really engage between the ASA and the tank. So maybe he meant that, but yeah.
Just what we answered the question about air in your tank in a previous video. Beginner speedball package, that was the mini GS package.
Yeah.
Wrong borders, would this still be useful for woods ball? Is it allowed for playing woods ball?
100%. That's a great question. A lot of guys say, these is speedball, this is woods ball. You can do vice versa. I mean, kind of. You can always take a speedball gun into the woods, but sometimes you can't take a non-electronic woods ball into a speedball tournament. You're just going to be outgunned.
Now, your local field will have rules or maybe break you up where you won't be able to go in with the rentals with your mini GS. Because they'll deem that it's a more rapid fire gun than they can keep up with. If you're playing with just buddies, it doesn't matter. If you're playing at a big game, it typically doesn't matter. But
correct.
Yes. Wrong Border wants to know, are there any Azoda markers you would recommend?
A lot of people have talked good about the KP3 pump just because there's not a lot of moving parts per se. The electronics in these cheaper guns like that, they go bad. My gun don't turn on. It rapid fires, not in a good way. The KP3 is probably the best gun I've heard from Azoden. So.
Jake Lawson, will Aspire IR Hopper work on a mini GS?
Yes, it will. It'd be an absolutely wonderful combination.
IL install RV car audio. What's a good barrel upgrade for the for the Griffin system? I love my stock system, but want some good mods.
I would throw on the Griffin is an A5 threaded marker, so I would highly suggest buying a Deadly Winds null barrel A5 thread. They're about $60. Great barrel, carbon fiber.
We did the most expensive speedball setup video.
Yeah.
I can't even, this is not even a name, it's number 73 and question mark explanation. Says, this is a lie, I promise you I have the most expensive gear in the world. With a name like that, how can you deny him?
It's very good.
Rotor R2 versus Spire 3, it's less of a question, but he says you can shut the sound off and the light on the R2. Maybe
you can, yeah.
Can you not do that with the Spire 3?
I don't think so, yeah. No, the R2 definitely had that option. I don't think you could, to be honest. How many more would you got, Mark?
Just going to do a couple. I'm looking for a couple gems.
Couple gems. Okay.
We've only gone back like 2 days. No, I'm sorry, it's hard to read these. If I was smart, I would have these all preset ahead of time. Silent K Ent, when will you guys restock the Cronus on the website?
I got the tacticals back in. I don't have the standards, but the tactical Cronuses are back in stock.
Die Rice CZR video. Vincent says, where is this marker? I'm looking for this, or the Empire Resurrection is my first marker, but nobody has it. It's either marked as pre-order or out of stock.
Die should hopefully have them back in soon, and I do actually have a Resurrection on our wall right now, currently, as I'm filming the video.
There you go. Dirt Bike Quad Freaks wants to know, what's a better marker, the G-Tech 170R or the Shocker RSX?
I'm going to go with the 170R just due to the fact that the RSX had latch and back kind of like button issue, bolt latch issues. Both great guns, but if it's the original RSX, I probably would take the 170R.
I agree. Lewis wants to know, we did a top 5 reasons to buy the stainless steel inserts. Lewis says, I disagree. Wouldn't it be top heavy, or will it even out with the tank?
It'll even out with the tank. It is, if you hold the gun by itself, it does. It is definitely heavier, but when you throw the tank on there and paint that mostly sits kind of towards the back of the gun inside the hopper, it all equals out. So
Pat wants to know, is there any good electronic markers under $300?
I'm not going to say there are electronic markers under $300, but I'm not going to say they're good per se.
We did the customize your CS2 Pro, the part swap and grip kit and the little barrel thing that goes on. Aaron wants to know, Aaron, but he had a hyphen, so I said Aaron. Is there grips like these that fit an ETHA 2?
Ooh, I know they made ETHA 2 grips to be, you could swap them out between like the camo, I think there are. I want to say there are. I don't think we have any in stock, but yeah, those grips are made to easily be swappable with other ones, so, yep. So check them out, maybe hit up Planet Eclipse, I'm not quite sure. What are you laughing for back there? Just read it, just do it.
Ryan4888 says, one time I was caught jerking off my bird at the fields, porta potty, worst day of my life. I was taking a dump at the same time. I thought the door was locked, but it wasn't. You asked.
All right. All right, next time I won't ask. He had to read that one.
Beefcake Jake says, ETHA 2 or Mini GS?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. ETHA 2. I think ETHA 2. It's beefier.
Yeah. Masaquan says, yo guys, I need some help from y'all at Lone Wolf. What are some current big boy sizes for pants that you guys know of? Who makes the biggest pants? Who's go up to the biggest size or fit larger?
HK Army goes up to 2X, and yeah, I think HK Army would probably, their base pants would probably be the biggest ones that I know of.
Yeah, the joggers don't go up pretty big.
No, I mean, because those are more like kind of like tight.
Yeah, but I figure they stretch too.
They're
Maybe
stretchy,
yeah.
I mean.
But I don't know what the standard size
correct,
is.
Yeah, I would try some looking at HK Army base pants.
And check the websites because, I mean, we have all the sizes
For
listed. Sure. And if you message us saying, like, well, how wide is that in real life? I'm sure we can pull a tape measure out or something for you. Francisco wants to know, does anyone know where I can get that kit, the E-grip for the Tippmann A5?
They're not making it anymore. They have response triggers for the A5s, but they unfortunately quit manufacturing the E-grip kits for them.
Nate Sand says, isn't the term round ball redundant?
Round ball, because a ball is round and a round is ball, yes. Right? That's what he means by redundant, correct?
Yes.
Round ball. Yeah, well, it's first strike versus round ball. That's why a lot of first strike God call you guys shooting that round ball, because the first strike, it's not technically round. It's got fins on the back, so it is redundant, though. I feel you.
All right, this is a good one and probably be the last one.
Okay.
Geo 4 versus CS2 Pro video.
Okay.
Aka Knutson says, which one shoots smoother?
It's a close one, man. It's a close one. A lot of people are really loving those Geo 4s. I don't know. I'd have to go back and shoot them both side by side again, which we might have to do that. So that is a good question to end on. Don't forget, guys, throw your comments below on any video that you see. Mark will kind of scroll back. He went through a lot of different videos, a lot of different comments and questions. So leave them below, and I will try to answer as many as we can.
Yep, and like I said, we answer them randomly at the end of all the videos now, one question at least.
Yep.
So if we didn't get to yours, just put in another video. Maybe we'll get it next time.
That's right. Take it easy. Don't forget, guys, lonewolfpaintball.com, and we're out of here.
See you.